Yeah, R-A-W. Words being served, no concern and no trouble to get that dough. Money on my mind, if it's money all the time, we be pumping on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and upsea quantities for a fiend, save the dreams for a game. This is H-Town, home of the lean. Astros is the team, and we rock it. Texans for life, you can't stop it. Together like brothers and bets, injects cash in your pockets.
What's going on, sports fans? It's once again your boy LJ from H-Town. And you know what today is. We've been waiting for this day all summer long. It's the NFL Week 1. We are back. NFL football. Love this time of the year. This is always a great time for us as sports fans to enjoy this fall season of NFL football. And when I'm talking NFL football, you know me. I got to give out my best prop plays for the week. I'm giving you 5 of my best. I narrowed it down to 5. My best 5 prop bets for today that we can look at and get some money so we can enjoy this NFL Sunday slate. Shout out to everybody that's watching live, on the replay, whatever the case may be. I came early so everyone can have their first part of their Sunday to get their bets in, do their research, find out what plays they are more comfortable with playing. So hopefully we can join in and get some money and beat the bookies today, because right now, full disclosure, we only can go off what last year. So the books have to adjust these numbers the first couple of weeks. So this month of September, we should be able to dissect this NFL and get some good money before the bookies adjust the numbers to these players. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this. I don't want to waste your time. It's top of the morning. We're feeling good right now. So it's going to time to get paid. So let's go to the first prop, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's going to be obvious. Of course, it's going to be obvious. We have the Arizona Cardinals going out to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. And we're looking at this game. Like I said, it's obvious. Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, minus 140. And this is the reason why we're taking this prop. First of all, the Cardinals, horrible on rush defense. They allowed the most rushing yards last year at 143 yards. Now, Buffalo, great running team. They rushed for 135 rushing yards last year, which was top 5 in the NFL. And we know Josh Allen, he's a big back. He likes to pound the ball, run, get first down. So when he gets into the red zone, he cashes touchdowns. He has 53 career rushing touchdowns for his career, right behind Cam Newton. And for today, I believe he's going to get that rushing touchdown. Simply enough, he's had it 5 out of the 8 home games last year, rushing touchdown. 12 out of the last 17 games total last year, he had a rushing touchdown. And like I mentioned, the Arizona Cardinals give up a lot of rush yards on their defense last year, and they gave up a rushing touchdown 11 out of their 17 games last year. So I don't see anything different today. I believe Buffalo wins the game, but I'm for sure that Josh Allen definitely will have a rushing touchdown, and we took it at minus 140, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's keep moving on. We have my guy, Farburn, field goal kicker for the Houston Texans, over 1.5 field goals. Got it at minus 114, and this is simply why. This is the division game. A divisional rematch from last year, last week of the season. Houston barely squeaked into the playoffs by beating the Colts to win the division and get into the playoffs. So I know the Colts are going to remember that. And I believe that this is going to be a hard-fought game. Full disclosure, I'm on the under just because it's a division game. And for that reason, I think it's going to be low scoring. So I think there's a lot of field goal opportunities are going to happen in this game. And I took my guy Fairburn simply because he had 14 field goals versus the division last year. He averaged 3 field goals per game. And the Colts allowed over 1.5 field goals 10 out of their last 13 games last year. So, like I mentioned, there's a lot of turnover on that Colts defense. They added some pieces. So, I'm not saying CJ Stroud should come out here and eat up the secondary today. I believe he's going to, be poised, take his time because we don't turn the ball over. So, I believe they're going to take care of the ball, be precise in their offense, and take points when they can. So, I can get 6 points from Fairburn, I believe, in the full game. May get more. Like I mentioned, he averaged 3, but we're going to settle for the over 1.5 field goals. If I get a field goal in the first half, a field goal in the second half, we cash that prop, ladies and gentlemen. So, Fairburn, over 1.5 field goals, minus 114 for the kicker of the Houston Texans. All right, let's move on to this one, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Denver Broncos going out to the Seattle Seahawks. And when we're looking at this game, both these teams gave up a lot of rushing yards last year. We can do with the Broncos. Let's start off. Ranked 30th, 137 rushing yards allowed. Seattle, ranked 31st, 138 rushing yards per game. Both these defenses was horrible last year, especially in the run game. So both of them also have a couple pieces that they've added. So I believe they're going to have to get acclimated on their defense as well. So I see a lot of points today again with this game. And we're going to stick to Kenneth Walker for the Seattle Seahawks over 66.5 rushing yards. I got it at minus 114. And this is simply why. I mentioned Denver Broncos, 137 rushing yards last year on defense. They averaged 161 rushing yards allowed on the road last year, which was worst in the NFL. Now, Kenneth Walker, he averaged 76 rushing yards at home last year. So I believe Seattle's offense is going to focus on the run game. Geno Smith loves to play action. So if he can establish that run game, he should open up that offense for Seattle. Like I mentioned, I like a lot of points in this game, but I expect Seattle to probably focus on controlling the line of scrimmage for the Denver defensive line. And I believe Kenneth Walker will have the necessary carries to reach that prop over 66.5 rushing yards. And I got it at minus 114. Let's go to this game. We have the Washington Commanders going out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when we're looking at this game right here, most passing yards I'm looking at. Both teams gave up a lot last year. We start off with Washington. 262 passing yards allowed last year, which was worst in the NFL. Tampa Bay's defense gave up 250 passing yards, ranked 28th in the NFL. So I'm looking at both of these quarterbacks to probably have a good day. The rookie Jalen Daniels for Washington, I'm very high on him. I believe he's going to establish himself today. This is his NFL season debut, and he's on the road. So I'm not looking for any spectacular things to happen with him. I believe that he's just going to, settle into this NFL career. He may have some trips and, some mistakes today because now he's going against an NFL team. Tampa Bay's defense, they have a lot of pieces they're missing as well. Devin White has gone, a couple more pieces, but I believe a rookie quarterback starting on the road is a tall feat for him to try to, establish success early. So I'm going to stick to the other side, and I'm going to do Baker Mayfield. I'm going to take his over 1.5 touchdown passes. And this is the reason why. Washington defense, they allowed a quarterback to throw for 2 touchdowns in 12 quarterbacks threw 2 touchdowns last year versus the Washington defense. And I'm thinking Baker Mayfield can get 2 touchdowns today. He has Mike Williams. he has a couple more pieces that he can establish the offense with. So Baker Mayfield, the way he slings the ball, he's a gambler. He likes to take chances. He may have some interceptions today as well, but I believe throughout the totality of the game, I believe Baker Mayfield can cash 1.5 touchdown passes simply because of Washington's defense. Gave up 12 quarterbacks had 2+ touchdown passes last year. So Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdown passes. We have it at -130. Last prop this morning, we have the Sunday night game. We have the LA Rams going out to the Detroit Lions. And full disclosure, I have a free play put up online right now at Top Tier Handicapping Network. Go like, go subscribe, share that video, because that is my free play today. It's in this game, but we're going to stick to the main thing, and this is the prop. And we're on Armand St. Brown over 85.5 receiving yards, -125. And we already know why. Detroit's offense is high-powered. They have weapons. Jared Goff has pieces that he can establish a great, successful offensive side. And not to mention, 4 players from the Detroit Lions last year had 10+ touchdowns. So, like I mentioned, they averaged 30 points at home last year. And I believe the fact that the Rams have also a lot of turnover on their defense, a couple pieces added. Aaron Donald has retired. So they've been playing with Aaron Donald for years now. So this is the first time they don't have that monster on the defensive line. So I think they're going to have to adjust and get familiar with these pieces. And the fact that Detroit is a high-power offense and they could put up points, especially at home, I believe Amon St. Brown is going to be a very, very high contributor today. He's a top 5 receiver in the league. We already know. And 11 out of the 16 games played, he hit this 85.5 receiving yards. He's hit it 6 out of the 7 home games last year. He hit 85.5 receiving yards. He averaged 94 yards a game last year. He averaged 88.5 receiving yards versus the NFC. And he averaged 103 receiving yards at home last year. And not to mention, 2 out of the 3 playoff games last year that the Detroit Lions played, Armand St. Brown hit this over 85.5 receiving yards. So, with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, those are my best 5 prop bets for this week 1 Sunday NFL slate. Let's review it again. We're going to go backwards. We have Armand St. Brown over 85.5 receiving yards, -125. We have Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns, -130. We have Kenneth Walker over 66.5 rushing yards, -114. We have my guy, Fairburn, over 1.5 field goals, -114. And of course, last but not least, we have Josh Allen, anytime touchdown, -140. Thank y'all once again, whoever's tuning in this morning, to my prop show, LJ from H-Town. And like I mentioned, y'all keep supporting. Go like, go subscribe, go follow the video. And of course, we will be back next week, early, top of the morning, for my best prop bets for the week of the NFL slate. So once again, thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody cashed today for this NFL slate. Y'all enjoyed this game. We've been waiting for this all summer. We finally got it back. NFL football, best time of the year. So everybody that's watching, tune in. I'm going to be on Wham. We're doing the script. Go over to YouTube, Who Bangin' Sports Network. We will be live in 2 hours talking this NFL slate, giving our best plays. I'm going to throw my props out there again so everybody can go follow and get some money. So, and also, we are streaming live today at noon, Houston, Texas game versus the Colts. They're on the road in Indianapolis. I will be streaming live with some friends, special guests. We're going to kick back, watch the Texas game. We're going to analyze all the things that's going on in the game, and we're also going to talk about the rest of the early games throughout the NFL slate today. So, everybody, thank y'all so much again for joining. I'm LJ from H-Town. Raw Words Podcast. And of course, I will see y'all next week.
All the time we be pubbing on the grind. If it's LJ from Houston, pulling up stats, you'll be pulling in stacks, hitting bookies from the back with no Vaseline. I need green and see quantities for a fiend, save the dreams for a king. This is H-Town, home of the lean. Astros is the team and we rock it. Texans for life, you can't stop it. Together like brothers and Becks and Jets.